teacher at Elefante Music and School for the Performing Arts, and I'm here to teach you how to properly tune your instrument. So there's two methods for tuning the viola. The first is with the tuning pegs that are up near the scroll, and that's for when you have bigger adjustments. And the other one is the fine tuners that are down below the bridge, and that's for more minor adjustments. I would suggest that all beginners try to stick with the fine tuners in the beginning, unless you have no choice, just because it's really easy to break a string using the pegs for the first time. So if you can avoid it. If not, I will be teaching you how to do both today. So the easiest way to get your instrument tuned up is by using an electronic tuner. So you can clip this on to any of your 4 strings, the C, G, D, or A, it doesn't matter which one. Some of these electronic tuners need to be calibrated. If yours does, make sure you set it to 440 Hertz, okay? Then you simply turn on the tuner and you can either pluck the note or bow it. And if it lights up green, that means you're perfectly in tune. You don't have to do anything anymore. Mine did not light up green. Mine lit up to the right of that green dot. So it's telling me that my D is too high or sharp. So that means I'm going to take this fine tuner and turn it to the left until I see that green dot again. And now I've gone too far and it's lighting up to the left of that green dot. So now I know I've gone flat or too low. So now I'm going to take the same fine tuner and move it to the right. And you basically just keep doing that until you see it light up green. And then you do the same thing for all 4 strings. Again, this can be clipped to any peg, it doesn't matter, okay? The only time you don't want it clipped to a peg is if you're tuning with that peg. Then obviously make sure it's clipped to a different one. So let's just say that the viola did have a rough night and you opened your case and one of these pegs had completely unraveled and your string was totally out of tune. And let's say that you don't have an electronic tuner. So the first thing you would need to do is find a reliable source for an A. One thing that I like to use is a tuning fork, right? Just hit it and it gives you the note. Another good source for an A is metronomes. Come with them built in. Right? You'll just play it and then match up to it. So I bet you're wondering, why did it only come with an A string? Well, it's because all orchestral string instruments are given an A to tune to first, and then we're all taught how to tune our other strings based off of that A. So until you're taught how to do that by your teachers at home, I would recommend using an in-tune piano to give you the 4 notes, or how a keyboard would work. Sometimes even YouTube can give you the tones. If you were to just search viola C string, viola D, I'm sure you'd be able to get a tone that you could match up to. So for now, I would go that route until your teacher teaches you how to do it the way that I know how to do it, and all pros. But in the beginning, I did not know how to do it either, so no worries, you'll get there. So the easiest way to tune with a tuning peg would be to do it pizzicato, which is what I'm going to recommend, especially for beginners. So you're going to use your right hand to support, and you're going to use your left hand to move the peg. So always loosen the peg first if it hasn't already unraveled on you, just so that you can give yourself a little movement in the peg. Sometimes the peg box itself tightens up around the tuning peg because of the winter changes. So it's nice to see what you're working with, and you can loosen it if it's a little tight. Now you're going to move really slow, think like millimeters, okay? And you're going to turn it away from you, and while you're turning it away, you're going to push it into that peg hole, okay? If you're not pushing in at the same time, it can just unravel on you. And then go nice and slow until you match up to the note that you're either playing on a piano, or if you do know how to tune your strings to themselves already, that's great. If not, no worries, you'll get there. And then you just do that for each of the strings. My recommendation is just to go very slowly, okay? You don't want to break a string if you don't have to. And that pretty much covers tuning, guys. So I hope you found this video useful, and happy tuning, everybody.